Super Bowl overreaction or reality? For the most part, you thought the commercials were very enjoyable.
Yeah. Did people think otherwise?
Yeah. So I'm looking at the...
I have thoughts.
Okay. I'm looking at the USA Today ad meter, and the number one commercial only got a 4 out of 5. It feels like usually number one's got like a better score.
Okay. What was the number one?
The number one was the American Icons from Budweiser, which starts out with a little horse, and then there's that little...
The eagle.
What's that?
The eagle.
There's the little chicken at first.
Does it turn into an eagle?
I think it...
Like the horse jumps over the thing, and then it's like an eagle.
Yeah.
It's like, they're the most American things in the world. Clydesdale beer farmers.
Oh, yeah, it was an eagle. That's right.
Yeah. I don't know.
That was a minute-long commercial.
Yeah, I liked it. I thought that was fun. It's not quite the Clydesdales, but
sure.
It brought together America. Kevin, I have other thoughts. I don't know exactly when we're talking ads today.
Nowhere.
I liked the ads.
Okay.
We can do them during C Block if you want to. I got other stuff there, but I liked the ads. I thought I have a list of ads I liked. I did not like the Dunkin' Donuts ad.
Oh, that was my favorite one. But I also really like nostalgia. Okay, I get that. The one that really bothered me was at the very end with the faux Sam Malone. I was like, man,
that's definitely not his body face. And it was Jennifer Aniston. I was like, that's not what she looks like now. Why would y'all just get the real her?
Because they had to do the Rachel hairstyle.
Kevin, she can cut her hair and style it however she wants. It wasn't her face.
Alec, overreaction or reality? For the most part.
Oh, overreaction.
You thought the commercials were enjoyable. Man.
I'll rain on the parade here a little bit. I'll go overreaction. I thought they were some commercials of all time. They just existed.
Okay.
Like, they weren't bad. They just existed. It felt like I could have seen those commercials run in the middle of June.
I get that.
They didn't feel very Super Bowl. The Budweiser one was really cool. I do like it. The evolution of the horse and the bald eagle.
Yeah.
That was fun. Stuff like that. Some of the hyper-realistic stuff was really good. All the AI stuff was meh. The meh commercial was pretty good as well. There were some that were just super hit or miss for me, so I'd just say it was very pedestrian.
There was a time, Kevin, I think Choppy might be right. Productions, the price is gone. You spend $8 million, you have a $10 million budget. Back in the day, you'd spend $1 million, and then you had $9 million for production. Now it's flipped. It's more expensive. You don't produce it well enough. So you don't get the Pepsi one with Cindy Crawford. You don't get the Allie Landry Doritos commercials, the Pepsi one where the cows are in the field and they're like, I think the fat cop's on to us. Like, those are the things that we just don't get anymore. Really cool stories that go along with it.
Man, I don't know where it was in the ad meter. I'm trying to find it.
Cinematic brilliance.
But the one with the little Post-it notes, it had a stunning turn when that kid opens his locker, and then the commercial was about stopping Jewish hate. I was like, oh my gosh, I was not prepared.
Yeah, I caught that at the very end. Yeah, I caught that in the very end. Was like, holy crap, what's happening right now?
Maybe, if possible, we'll talk a little bit more about them at some point, because lots of people have lots of thoughts that they want to fire off there. Overreaction or reality? You thought the Super Bowl game itself was boring.
Reality. I did find the defense to be pleasurable. I would have liked the what?
I just like the way you said that.
It was pleasing. It pleased me. Is that what's wrong?
That makes it feel worse.
Why is it whenever I say words you giggle like that about my pleasure?
Because of that.
I felt that the defense was fun. I would have liked the offense to have been better.
Okay.
I didn't think that Drake May was very good, nor was his offensive line, and that was bad. The fourth quarter was a lot of fun, though. I really did find the fourth quarter to be fun, but it felt like the game was over. And so that was there is something about some of these divisional round games coming down to the last second and, all those things that really built up to it. And then you want that game, the big game, to be that kind of game too. But more often than not, you do get kind of a blowout situation or something that you're just kind of like, all right, that was the game that happened this week.
Alec, overreaction or reality? You thought the Super Bowl was boring.
Overreaction.
See, that's where I'm at too.
I enjoyed it. I really did. There was a point, maybe the end of the third quarter, I was like, should I go to bed? Just because I knew what was going to happen. And like Corey said, the fourth quarter ended up being a little bit more interesting than I anticipated, so that made me happy. But I don't know if it gave me pleasure like it did Corey, but it did it did excite me just a little bit. I think what I liked most about it was it validated, and if anything, it proved me wrong on some points in a weird way about Seattle's defense just being that good.
Yeah.
That's one of the best defenses, and keep in mind, I'm only 24. That's one of the best defensive efforts I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Like, honestly.
It was
really
incredible.
It was incredible. There was one play that I almost wish I would have grabbed it just to run during my segment because the timing was hilarious. It was Drake May dropping back after, I want to say, an incomplete pass. And Mike Tirico reads off a stat, how they were on pace to be one of the worst offenses in Super Bowl history. And he goes, let's see if we can change that right here. And Drake May immediately gets sacked.
Yeah.
And you can hear Chris Collinsworth in the background just go, dear God. Like, it literally happens after he says they're on pace to be one of the worst we've ever seen. And just completely collapsing the pocket. Seattle's defense was awesome.
And then there was the moment where they've dropped there's never been a Super Bowl where a penalty.
Yes!
And then immediately the next play, penalty, and he was like, wow, you jinxed it.
I deleted that off my computer because I was like, ooh, we're about to have the first half. Okay, well, never mind. And then I was kind of rooting for them to, like, turn it down. But it was, obviously they were not going to.
And what was it?
Turn down. It was false start.
Exactly what we told you it would be.
Start.
Exactly what we told you it would be. It just happened a little later than I expected.
Yeah. Like with 5 minutes left-ish in the second quarter. And by the way, Alec, when you talk about that incredible defensive effort, the Seattle Seahawks, they joined the Pittsburgh Steelers from Super Bowl IX as the only team to shut out another team for the first 3 quarters of the game. And so, I heard our sports minutes say the game was boring. I see a lot of people texting that in. I guess in this instance, I didn't think it was boring just because I thought we were seeing elite defensive play as opposed to just like garbage offense, which it can be some of both. Overreaction or reality? Super Bowl parties are the worst. Especially if you have this job.
Yes, reality. If you don't have this job, I'm okay with going to a Super Bowl party because I like my friends. Like that's the thing. I like to spend time with them. You're indifferent to yours.
That's true.
But like because I have to do a job, I have to take some notes.
Yeah.
And I have to hear things. And my kid came in and he just started talking all loud. And I was like, you got to stop talking so loud. And he was like, why? It's just a football game. And I was like, you have to go to school tomorrow. I go to work. Do you know what I do for work? And he was like, I don't know, radio or something. I was like,
Maybe not next year, though.
You're probably right.
Next year, Super Bowl's
New contract.
No, you're still under contract. Super Bowl is on Valentine's Day, and the next day is President's Day.
Dude, and we have to have off on President's Day, but the whole like Valentine's Day situation,
that is going to be interesting. I don't know.
Here's what you hope. Like my buddy, his wife is a Patriots fan. He was like, I hope they get back next year because then I can just be like, there you go, I did it. I got it. I hooked it up for you. Happy Valentine's Day. But then I did realize, Kevin, the reason that they don't want to move the Super Bowl to Saturday, which my kid suggested last night, and I was like, you're a genius. You're a genius. The reason they don't want to do it is because then the radio would be the sports, everything would be on Sunday talking about it.
Yeah.
They want you talking about it on Monday, leaking into Tuesday. They want to continue to perpetuate that.
And plus, it's Super Bowl Sunday. Like that's
Super Bowl Saturday sounds pretty smooth.
I mean, it's been part of the vernacular for so long. All right, Alec, overreaction, reality. Super Bowl parties are the worst.
Reality. To the point where, especially when you said when you do this job, I turned down 2 parties yesterday and just watched at my house because I knew it was going to be overstimulation overload. One party was mainly because everybody involved was super excited for Bad Bunny, so I knew that was just going to dominate the conversation. So I was like, okay, what about the other party? Well, it's all my degenerate friends from high school and college that just drank the entire time, and I'm still getting updates on the just awful things that went down at that party, including many broken glasses and fires that almost happened.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so I'm like, I would have been drug into that. That would have been my life last night, not actually taking in the game. So I just watched it from the comfort of my own home with a pizza in hand, and yeah, I actually took in every second of the game.
Overreaction or reality, the Super Bowl streaker was not a streaker. Now, I feel very passionately about this. The person who got on the field, they had pants on. That is not a streaker. And I think that's why they changed it to unauthorized individual as opposed to streaker. If you have pants on, you're just somebody without a shirt. You are not a streaker.
That should win this week. That one
Why?
right there.
Because it's a fact?
So I went and looked up the definition of streaker.
Okay.
And you have to be naked.
Yeah.
So you can't be
not a streaker.
Below the waist clothed.
Yeah. I think if somebody has underwear on, I was like, streaker don't.
He did have something on his back, with a marker.
I
had no clue what it was.
Oh, okay.
But man,
now I want to look that up.
Yeah, you should.
But see, I can't. But now I can't type message on streaker's back because that's inaccurate. I have to type message on unauthorized person's back.
Overreaction or reality?
Ooh.
The halftime show should be more about nostalgia than it is about current entertainment.
No, we did that for a long time. I feel like, wouldn't
that satisfy the older population, though?
And then make other people angry. And I think isn't the whole idea is Apple Music is after younger consumers. And plus, I know I'm going to get yelled at because these probably weren't all really back to back, but I feel like we got like Paul McCartney and the Rolling Stones and like all of these people from a long time ago, like back to back to back. And yeah, I think it's okay.
I had to explain to my kid what an encyclopedia was yesterday. That was weird.
And you know what? All right. I'll just throw it out there. I don't think there's anything wrong with putting up a counter program to the halftime show if you want. But that's also because I used to love Halftime Heat when they had wrestling on during halftime of the Super Bowl. If people want to invest their money into putting on an alternate Super Bowl show, more power to you. If it's not wrestling, I'm probably just going to keep it on the regular halftime show. Although, again, if it is wrestling, there's a decent chance I change the channel during halftime.
Do you think that it's un-American?
I do not.
Okay.
You mean the halftime show itself? I don't think any of it was un-American yesterday. Fine. That's fine. I don't think it was un-American because Puerto Rico is an American territory and... I'm not trying to piss off our audience.
You've been trying to get rid of the Dakotas for a long time so you could include Puerto Rico.
Exactly. Why do we need two Dakotas? The one that has Mount Rushmore and the one that doesn't? Come on. One Dakota. And then if you want to bring in Puerto Rico or Guam or whatever, as long as we keep it at an even 50. If you want to bring in both of them, we certainly don't need 6 New England states. That's just foolishness.
Hold on, what?
Oh, yeah.
There's 6 New England states?
Exactly. You can have one, New England. If you want to bring in a bunch of other states, we got the opportunity to do something.
That would allow us to add Greenland and still keep, or Iceland or whatever, and still keep all the things like a good round number of 50.
Yes. I'm going to probably get in trouble for this anyway. From the 901, how 0 words were in English.
He said United States.
And do you know how many songs I like that either I have misinterpreted the lyrics or I never... Yeah, or I never...
There's a bathroom on the right.
Or I never... Or Hold Me Closer, Tony Danza. Yeah. There are many songs that I like that either A, I don't know the lyrics to, or I have misinterpreted the lyrics. But that's the thing. I think it's fine if you didn't watch the Super Bowl halftime show. I think it's fine if you think it was the greatest halftime show that has ever been.
Whoa, don't go that far.
Don't let that ruin. Don't let people ruin your relationships with people that you actually care about because they're trying to distract you from the real problems in society. Don't let the Super Bowl halftime show be what broke up a relationship, okay?
I will say the one thing that upsets me is that I don't know more languages. I really wish I could use
100%.
that a little more often
100%.
in life. And so one of the things that I'm always adamant to my kids about, if you don't know something or you don't understand something, it's confusing to you, look it up.
Sure.
Find out. Expand your base a little more.
My son is in a bilingual pre-K program. He will be more proficient at
Brandon?
Spanish than my younger son.
Still can't read.
Man, if Brandon can dominate that pre-K, yeah, I would be really disappointed. I'd be like, come on, son. He's like, shapes are hard. I don't know.